We are back for the second week in 2016 by popular request. We got so many emails and Facebook requests and Twitter mentions that we just can't contain ourselves anymore.
We're blowing up. So here we are.
Here we are. I'm Bert.
I'm Alan.
I'm Jeff. I'm glad to have Alan back this week.
Oh, yeah.
Back.
Yeah.
Fuckers. 2016.
Got all gussied up for the event, too.
I did. It's my first show of the year.
Hell yeah. Is this a New Year's resolution thing? Or are we going to see this,
I don't
Alan?
do that shit, man.
Why don't you tell us how you really feel?
I don't do New Year's resolutions.
I tried them a couple times, and I was just like, this is stupid.
You just try to gradually change yourself a little bit, improve, but know like, hey, it's the first of a new year. Now I'm going to do all this list of bullshit. You know what happens? You stop doing this list. It just fall off, and you go right back to what you're doing.
Yep.
So it's gradual improvement 2016.
I like it.
Bitches.
That's good.
I missed you guys last week. Even
It was
though
good. We missed you. It
Yeah.
was a good show.
I listened to it, and I kept screaming out my phone. And I was like, I want to talk about this right now. You guys, like, Jeff particularly picked a whole lot of crap that I would have loved to have talked about and been in this room. I'm like, he's pulling all this shit out now?
That's how I felt whenever
Asshole.
y'all were talking about the Civil War stuff, whenever I was out that week. It's like, I want to talk about this.
It's because it's fun.
Yes.
Fun. We got the core group here. We're about to do it right.
Did you guys have a good Christmas?
Yeah, man.
We talked about that?
Dude, that
Feel
was
I
like
hadn't
2
been
weeks
here.
ago, man. You're late for that, man.
All right.
We're done with that.
There's no Christmas ever again. I got a new phone. We talked about that already?
Yeah.
We've all
Yeah,
got,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
current gen
Yes.
stuff. It's weird.
Yeah, we're all up to date. So
I got new
we're
tires.
going to get some shit happening.
Fucking driving around with safety. Fucking jacked up.
I got new headphones.
Oh.
Uh-huh. I'm really excited about them.
I got-
Anyway,
we got there's like news and shit, right?
there's news.
Word.
All right. I'm going to go here with a Star Wars one first. Who'd have thunk it? Here,
We haven't talked about Star Wars in a while.
It's been at least a year ago.
No.
I read that
The previous times.
there's some rumors going around, and tell me if this is wrong, but
It's wrong.
Starkiller might be in Rogue One.
What?
The base?
Rogue One. No.
He's talking
Starkiller
about, like,
Force Unleashed.
For the character.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a chance he could be in a Star Wars story.
So they just, like, bring that character back. Not the same character, but just
It was Maz Mikkelsen. Am I saying that right?
Mads Mikkelsen.
Mendelsohn.
Yeah, Mikkelsen. Okay.
Mendelsohn.
He's supposed to be in the movie. He's like on for the movie,
Mhm.
and he signed an autograph. What's Starkiller's first name?
George.
Galen or something like that.
Frank
Starkiller's like
Starkiller.
his handle.
What's his name is
Galen Marek or something.
yeah Galen Merrick. He signed it as Galen. So
That's awesome.
yeah, so there's
That would
some-
be slick as shit.
There's some rumors that Starkiller might be in Rogue One. Of
course,
I thought that was neat.
It'd still be kind of weird seeing Starkiller played by somebody who was not Sam Witwer.
Yeah. I think the article said that he's supposed to be like an older Starkiller.
Okay.
So like a more of an adult, I guess.
Is the character supposed to still be kind of somewhat the same as he was in the old stuff, or are they
I
just
don't
kind of
know.
like reusing the name and maybe some of the?
Probably, I imagine probably reusing the name,
Okay,
but I'm not sure. I didn't really get into it.
that's still really cool though.
Pretty neat. Also, other Star Wars thing, they're trying to bring back George Lucas for one of these fucking movies.
No,
I
it's
saw there was an online petition that said "Bring back Lucas." I said, "Fuck off,
No.
Yeah,
get the fuck out of here."
I saw it. I figured it was worth mentioning. Ha, very funny,
Ha ha.
guys. Very
Ha ha.
funny. You're so funny. Next song.
The small vocal base that didn't like the movie wants Lucas to come back whenever they're the same ones who were screaming for his head because of how bad the prequels were.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, get out of here with that
It's
shit.
dumb. He's dumb. It's all dumb.
Also, more
Moving
Rogue
on.
One stuff is the name of not Daisy Ridley. What's her name?
Daisy Ridley.
No.
Felicity Jones.
Daisy Ridley.
Yeah, Felicity
Daisy.
Jones.
Felicity Jones.
I kept getting their names mixed
10
up.
points for Gryffindor.
Yeah, Felicity Jones' character name for the film in Rogue One may be Lyra Urso. I don't know where. I'm reading this off of.
Lyra.
Let me see.
Lyra.
It came from,
Kylo.
Kylo and Lyra.
I guess, a site called Daisy Ridley Fan.
That's a cool
That's
site.
a thing. And it says
Be there, fan.
they got some information that said her name is Lyra Urso. So
All right.
if her name actually is Lyra Urso, you heard it here second.
Did you guys read the thing about where they named the planet where Luke is at the end of the movie?
Oh yeah, it's Hebrew for like brother, isn't it?
Yeah, but like if you just read it, it looks like it reads as a chew. Like y'all named it a sneeze planet. That's kind of dumb. I mean, Tatooine sounds weird, but everybody's like, yeah, Tatooine.
What is that?
We got a new planet. It's called Act 2. I'm like, that's kind of lazy.
Oh, it's Hebrew for brother.
But he's Jedi.
I know, but
Are they Jewish?
J.J. Abrams is Jewish.
Oh, well. There you go.
So I'm gonna bring us out of Star Wars here. Here's some old
Finally.
Firefly alums doing some shit.
Oh, the Summer Glau and Fillion. Is she a new character on his show, or just for like a one episode
I think
deal?
it's just a one episode thing.
Yeah.
But she's gonna be on Castle. But that's pretty neat. She's a good actress. She can really kick some ass, man.
Yeah, man, she's hot.
She's
She was
pretty awesome.
real good in that Terminator show that was on for like 2 seasons.
Oh yeah, it was a really good show.
Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Mhm.
That was good stuff.
And Firefly's Jewel State, I guess is how you say her last name. She was the Kylie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Mechanic. She's gonna be in Legends of Tomorrow.
as Kylie the mechanic.
Yes. No. I'm looking it up right now.
Firefly crossover.
They're actually in the same universe.
I actually took like a minute and a half and did some research on that show, and I got really excited because I didn't know anything about it except like those characters, like the whole thing where they got Rip Hunter's time machine and they're going through time trying to stop Vandal Savage from fucking up the time continuum and shit. Like that's a pretty cool premise.
So
Pretty sweet.
It was pretty good.
I guess she's kind of playing Kylie. She's going to play a character called Rachel Turner, and she's going to be a tech genius roboticist who exists in the future in which technology has an even firmer grip on our lives than it does today. So
Word.
she's going to be able to fix stuff real good.
Maybe she's like the mechanic on the time bubble thing.
Car ran real good. Car ran real
Time bubble
good.
ran real good.
So, man, I wish we could have more Firefly.
That'd be cool. Did you guys see they confirmed or like Crane's gonna be in New Turtles movie?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
And he kind of sort of end up kind of looking like Crane a little bit with the robot and the brain and the
Was that the concept art that you
Utoid.
saw?
Well, they had the toys already leaked.
Yeah, I saw the toys, and then they also had the concept art for the movie that they were using.
Because I just saw the one shot of all the line of toys that's coming out for it, and B-Rock and Rocksteady looked ridiculous. I might actually pick this up. I'm excited.
I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped.
I like the first one.
I'm totally gonna see more than 4 movies in theaters this year. I think. I saw last year 4
It's
movies.
like an explosion these next few years.
It's a lot, man.
It's gonna be a lot to watch. But I haven't been going to the theater at all.
The most I've been to the theater in the last year is seeing Star Wars the last 4 times.
Yeah.
Seriously.
All right, what else we got?
And there's also somewhat of a rumor going around that Billy D. Williams might come back as Lando in episode 8.
Hello.
Nice.
What have we here?
What have we here?
That would be awesome.
It would.
That'd be so.
That's
fucking
like I'd be excited for that.
It sounded like it was like a smaller, more like cameo kind of thing.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
like
fine.
maybe 1 or 2 scenes, a couple lines, but I'd really like to see him back in there.
And I kind of hope, like, with the characters that are still in it, that they kind of have the same amount of screen time as we got in this one. Like, I want the new movies to be about the new characters. You know, I know we're gonna get a lot more Luke in the next one, but like having C-3PO in there for like 3 minutes, I was okay, cool, I'm fine.
Yeah.
It's like, thank you. Moving on.
I think in the next one, Luke will be in about as much as Obi-Wan was in the first one.
Yeah, I think like half the movie will be her trying to convince him to help, and then maybe him training her. They'll probably be like a third or half of the movie. They're like doing their Dagobah stuff probably, and then shit'll get real because there's gonna have to be a bomb drop right in this one.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be those shit.
If they go by the same formula, yeah.
By the way, I don't know if you guys follow him, but emo Kylo Ren and lonely Luke on Twitter. Oh my god, they're hilarious.
I've heard that,
especially when they start talking to each other. That's good stuff.
All right, Batman versus Superman.
Did you guys see the new teaser?
The new TV spot?
Yeah, that dropped like yesterday or the day before.
No,
I thought that I saw it, but it didn't seem like it was that much new stuff.
It's like maybe like 10, 15 seconds. It shows them talking to each other a little bit, and you get to see what looks like him riding up with the Batmobile, like at Superman, and Superman kind of just goes whoop, and that's when it crashes, and that's when you see him like the scene of him like getting out of the Batmobile, and then they like have like a moment. He just flies up in the air, and that's it. So,
okay,
it's a March, man. It's like
I know
it's really soon.
It's pretty crazy.
So the article I'm reading says Batman to mostly have practical effects. So everything that Batman's doing in there, they tried to Star Wars it.
Except for the grappling hook scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, except for the big, except for that.
Oh, it's all practical except for the stuff that's not CG.
Yeah, but his suit's real.
Snyder's, for the most part, that really crappy movie about the girls aside, most of the action stuff with people is usually choreographed.
Yeah, right.
Not too much computer stuff going on.
Yeah, I think they're trying to hop on that Star Wars train there.
That would be a very, very great trend.
Yeah.
To people like finally, it took like that movie to get everybody hit over the head with and be like, oh yeah, that does look way the hell better.
Yeah. Yeah. No kidding.
Last thing I got was apparently Marvel has officially ordered the pilot for Marvel's Most Wanted, the one with Mockingbird and whoever the other one is.
Yeah.
So that's I guess officially at least going to pilot.
They didn't have that.
That's awesome.
That Asgardian chick.
Oh,
that's popped up a couple times, like in the universe. You know what I'm talking
about? Sif.
Yeah, Lady Sif. Isn't she?
I don't know if she's gonna be part of that or not. Maybe she'll pop in.
I just thought I saw her picture.
I don't see her name in here. It just says Agents Bobby Morse, who's Mockingbird. It's Adrian Palicki.
What?
The really, really hot one. And Lance Hunter. I don't know who that is.
That's her boyfriend, dude.
That's weird because Mockingbird and Hawkeye are supposed to be a thing, and they probably never will be because one's in the TV show and one's in the movie.
Movies. And he's married.
Yeah, he's got a family already.
Bad decision, Marvel. Gotta say, bad decision, mate. You should have consulted us first. We got this shit on lock.
Well, since we're talking about the TV, that show got green-lighted, but it looks like the Titans...
Oh, yeah, I saw that where TNT said no thanks.
Yeah, they passed on it, so that's not happening.
Oh, and the DC TV show about the guys who go and clean up. Yeah, the Office kind of spin-off kind of thing.
I think that got a green light.
Yeah, I think it got greenlit.
Man, what the...
And guess what network it's going to?
Goddamn NBC?
Yep.
Yeah. Man.
What the...
Did they not learn? Did they not already learn this?
Who was accepting bribes? Because they're getting paid a shitload of money for things to keep going to NBC.
That sucks, man. Just bring Constantine back, you fuckers.
Oh my god. No. Let CW have it.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's NBC.
Oh, yeah, I mean, bring it back, but just
back.
for God's sake, don't put it on NBC. They don't know what to do with their own shows.
WNBC. WNBC.
We were talking about Batman vs. Superman coming out in March. Daredevil's also coming out in March.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
I think it's the same day.
Is it really?
The series is premiering against Batman vs. Superman.
I know it's really close.
That's going to be a really good day.
It comes out, yeah, because I remember reading that. When they announced the date, and I saw the teaser, and it's that same Friday.
Oh shit, nice.
Because they drop their
Batman,
shit on Fridays.
Superman, and then go home and binge the shit out of Daredevil.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be glorious.
I'm excited. I'll probably have to run through. We got time. We can run through the show again. I gotta watch January Jones. I still haven't. I don't know.
That's really, you said you finished it, didn't you?
I did, yeah. That's really good. The last episodes are really good. It is kind of slow going at first.
The house stuff for me cut kind of slow.
Yeah, but man, when David Tennant really picks up, that guy.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It gets brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal.
All right, so a little bit of Crypt Keeper news. Did you guys see this?
Oh yeah,
M. Night
M. Night
Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
Shamalama Dig Dong.
Yeah. Looks like he's going to be rebooting Tales from the Crypt.
Yes.
That'd be
On
awesome.
TNT, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't think the guy that did the Crypt Keeper voice, I think he just passed away there or something.
That sounds right.
Something related with that guy, I think, just passed away.
TNT, we're still a channel.
We know drama.
They're like the Kmart of TV.
Oh no.
That's a really good comparison.
Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh,
But
that's
that's
still a
just because
thing?
they're forgotten.
That's what I meant by it.
But I mean, TNT's got really good stuff.
Oh no! That's not what I meant.
They just
But
don't
it's
put
like,
the money
I never
behind
think
their-
about TNT like ever, and then you're like, oh yeah, it's still a thing.
That's because we don't have cable.
Yeah, well, fuck that. We got Netflix. If TNT had their shit on Hulu,
Seriously, if TNT and TBS put their stuff on Netflix and Hulu more,
Oh, yeah.
good lord, man, they got. I mean, both of those channels have really good stuff.
Have you guys watched The Expanse?
nope.
No, I haven't watched
I've
that
heard
yet.
a lot about that, man.
What's
I've heard
that?
It's really good. It's on Sci-Fi.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
I hear it's like one of those Lost type shows.
is that the one that
Yeah,
has
you watch it,
Josh
you kinda-
Holloway? He's got a show
I'm
coming
not
out.
Sure. I'm not even sure who's in it. I just keep like hearing shit on like Twitter and people blowing up about it.
I can't remember who's on it.
Yeah, Sawyer has some kind of sci-fi show coming out this year. It was like aliens or some shit. I was
Nice.
like, that's pretty cool. I like him. He's not
Yeah.
enough stuff.
Yeah, he's a good actor. Guillermo del Toro.
Pac Ram 2 is dead.
That is dead. But he is in talks for
shit.
the Fantastic
Voyage remake,
Yeah.
which he better get on it because this is the anniversary this year. I think it's the 50th
Oh, really?
or 60th. It's a big one this year.
Oh shit.
So I guess if they're going to squeeze one out, they should probably do it.
Yeah, he said squeeze it
now.
out.
I did.
Somebody, every time somebody says "Fantastic Voyage," all I think of is that Coolio song.
Yeah. Stick boy.
Yeah, he's doing the soundtrack.
Ride, slip, slide.
Yeah.
Bring
Coolio.
Coolio back. He's gonna do the soundtrack. He's gonna be it all in puppet makeup. He's gonna have eyes in his hands and everything. Cause you know how Del Toro rose. He's got all kinds of shit.
Yeah, it'd be weird as fuck.
Yeah.
They'll be like snakes instead of those little fucking.
Yeah.
It's the Medusa version.
Medusa Coolio Medusa. Anyway, looks like Funimation is gonna have a streaming service. So
Ooh, that's a lot of anime and that kind of stuff.
Wow,
Yeah, if you're-
that's
if you're really into
kind of
that,
badass.
if you're really into that, you can pay however many dollars a month and watch as much Dragon Ball Z as you
Is there
want.
stuff not on the Crunchyroll?
Crunchyroll, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Crunchyroll? Explain.
Crunchyroll is Netflix, but it's all anime. All anime. I think
Well,
it
I
kind of
know
works like
Funimation-
Hulu too, where like if it airs like in Japan or whatever, you can watch it the next day or
Yeah.
something.
Funimation has a ton of stuff.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it's
They got a lot of older stuff too.
yeah.
I would think that if the Funimation stuff is on Crunchyroll right now, whenever this thing comes out, it would
it'd
probably
go away.
get pulled.
I mean, some of it's on
I think it'll
Netflix,
get pulled
Yeah.
off of like Well, it's on Hulu, like all of Dragon Ball,
like
Dragon Ball Z.
Full Metal and stuff. That's all Funimation. Mm. Half the shit that I own is actually Funimation.
Yeah.
I can only get into like a very small portion of anime. Some of that shit is just fucking weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the ones that are good, man, are really
amazing.
good. They're really
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. I just watched Akira not too long ago. Akira. Not too long ago.
Tatsuo!
That movie was awesome. It was amazing.
And the movie's only like a small portion of the actual story because there was like
Yeah.
a TV show that came on that like continued like right after the movie stopped.
There's a ton of manga.
And mangas. I got mangas.
Mm-hmm. All right, so moving on here. Preacher, and I didn't know this was happening. Pee-wee's Big Holiday. You know there's going to be a new Pee-wee movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no fucking clue, man. Anyway, they're going to premiere at South by Southwest this year, a little early. I'm really excited to see Preacher.
Yeah.
I'm really, really
You see
excited
the,
to see that.
It was either Seth, I think it was Seth Rogen and maybe the guy who plays Cassidy. They were saying, and I think it was on Entertainment Weekly, but they were saying the TV show is going to be a fair amount different than the actual comic book.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think it's just more like some of the more outlandish stuff. Whenever they
Yeah.
like go into heaven and like God's gotten loose
Yeah,
and that
no,
kind of stuff.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
they were gonna like tone down on some of that. But as far as like Cassidy's still a vampire,
No, that's cool.
I think
I've read a good portion of that and then still don't explain like why that dude's a vampire. He's just like is.
no, that's awesome. It's like we don't have to explain it; he just is.
I think he goes back in time a little bit, but it's still like, okay, there are fucking vampires in this world. All right.
Was that's coming out this year?
That is coming out this year. South by Southwest is happening in March. Go figure. So if you are in the Texas area, you can go see Preacher and Pee Wee's Big Holiday, and then go check out
Road Trip.
and then go check out fucking Batman versus Superman, and go home and watch Daredevil. Man, that's a good month.
Well, let's fucking take like 2 weeks off and go to Austin.
That South by Southwest is crazy too. I don't know if you guys have ever been, but it's music and shit like that everywhere. It's pretty neat. The only other thing I got is Ray was missing from Star Wars Monopoly.
Yeah,
But not
that's
much longer.
Not much longer. Yeah, there's a whole big ordeal.
Totally
And then-
justifiable,
and then
man.
and then I've seen a lot of things where you can't find Ray toys as much.
Yep.
And there's just
Oh,
not
no, you
quite as
can't.
much.
It's the whole Avengers 2 merchandise
Yeah.
all over again.
from what I've seen, it's still not quite to that level. Because I mean, she does have a decent amount of merchandise. You just can't find it because a lot of places are sold out.
Right. That's what I'm
Before the
saying.
movie came out, you could find her stuff all over the place because nobody was getting the girl toys.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just saying all the shit that they got last year when there was like no like Black Widow stuff anywhere.
Yeah, they should have learned and
you
put
think
out
they've been
like
like,
twice as much
okay,
as what they
well,
thought was appropriate.
Yeah, this character is way more of a role than
Well, I mean, in
Black
fucking,
Widow is.
I mean, like maybe action figures and stuff. It's almost. I mean, it's it's almost understandable that there are going to be more male-driven action figures. But like in a game like Monopoly, where it's like she's like the main character.
Right, she is the main character.
You know?
The thing that got me,
and then
she's
missing-
almost like the main character.
yeah, that's exactly what she is. But the thing that got me is like one of the pieces is like Luke in Return of the Jedi, like outfit. I'm like, bitch ain't in the movie until like the last minute.
Yeah.
You go have him in there and Darth Vader. Those are two pieces, and Rey's not a piece.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
All right, thanks for bye. All right, bye.
right, see ya.
Bye now.
Bye now.
See ya.
Bye now. 2016.
All right, I think we're going to come back and go a little bit more in depth into a couple things. So stick with us. We'll be right back. What's up? We're back.
What's up?
What's that? So I know on the intro that we say like sports, comic books, video games, and stuff.
Do
but
we?
We never really talk about sports, and I completely forgot to talk about the most important piece of news that I had whenever we were doing the news rundown stuff. Clemson is going to the national championship.
Whoop whoop.
Playing Alabama tomorrow. So, well, by the time you hear this, we might have already played Alabama. Predicting a win for Clemson.
What time is all that happening?
I think it's 8 o'clock, I believe.
Okay.
7 or 8
in the morning.
evening.
7 Central.
8 Central Time.
Eat your Wheaties and watch some football.
They're playing in Arizona, playing Alabama. I'm going to go ahead and predict the score is going to be 28-34 Clemson.
Don't do it. Don't do that. Why are you doing that to yourself?
28-34 Clemson.
You heard it right here.
I predict. What is it? It's this year too, right? In Ghostbusters 2, the crazy guy predicted the end of the world would be 2016.
Oh, yeah. I think so. Oh, and Rory Blatty's birthday was like 3 days ago from Blade Runner.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep.
That's right.
Lots of milestones.
Welcome to the future.
So, yeah, I'm super pumped about Clemson going to the national championship. I would have probably literally given a testicle for this to happen whenever I was at Clemson. I'm not joking. I mean, if it was like a legit surgical procedure where I could be put under and everything and just lose one, I would have probably done it.
I don't need 2.
You don't.
One works fine. It's like kidneys. Take one out, the other one still works fine.
That's how it goes.
We'll just call you Lefty.
Call me Uno.
Uno.
All right, so that was my last piece of news. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
I'm excited. That last
I'm
game was
fucking
real good.
thrilled.
I'm playing video games. You caught me, all right? Marvel Champions of Heroes is free on the App Store. Go get it.
And leave a review and mention us in the review.
Yeah, maybe I'll
yeah,
get
do
free
that.
XP or some shit.
And maybe we'll get some more goddamn subscribers.
All right, okay.
All right.
Are we good? Are you done playing with your toys?
No, there's one more fight, but it's fine. It's a phone. It could just stay in suspended animation until I'm ready to go. Because it's the future.
Because our phones are fucking computers.
Technology, industry,
That still blows my mind.
science.
Yo, my van wouldn't even. It had to have a brain for the computer so it would even run right.
And guess what your van's computer is more powerful than? The fucking Apollo rockets that sent people to the moon.
Yeah.
Your van is smarter than a moon rocket.
My van's pretty awesome.
Take that, rocket.
It's the future.
The future. I like saying that.
You kind of sound evil, villainish.
Yeah,
Sort of.
Probably because I am. I got a fucking tie on. Watch out.
Oh, speaking of evil villains, I read a major spoiler about Spectre,
Spectre. Really?
the Bond movie.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
Yeah,
that still
I
out?
won't say it. I think so.
I'm gonna go watch
Some
that.
places it is. I read a major spoiler about one of the villains.
Oh, good for you. Anyway,
That just kind of gave it away. We might want to erase this part.
That spoiler. There's a spoiler out there if you want it. Bert found it.
hey,
Bert-
Star
Bert
Wars
said-
related. Daniel Craig's in Star Wars. If you guys didn't know that,
Yeah.
He is. Yeah.
he's that dopey stormtrooper.
Stormtrooper.
Oh, I'll put my gun down and walk out the hole.
So what do we got? What do we got, Bert? Didn't you have something?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna see where you guys think the new expanded universe in Star Wars is gonna go.
Straight to the moon.
Boom.
One of these days,
Right to
Alice.
the moon.
Pow.
One of these days. I mean, we had like decades of EU stuff building on top of each other. and
My
whenever the new
easy
stuff-
prediction is they will borrow from that for the rest of their days.
I mean, I think they're going to heavily borrow off of it. But I mean, where do you think like the amount of stuff and how much we're going to get? Which those two things are exactly the same. It's like the amount
of
and
stuff
the
and how
stuff.
much of the things.
How
It's
much
like
of it?
money or how much cash.
Well, I do think I see where you're coming from. Like, you know, are they going to do like an Old Republic series again or an Old Republic style series again? Because that has been done, but it was pretty successful. I mean, it was. I just bought KOTOR a few months ago. You know,
Well, yeah,
just, just to play it again.
they could redo
all.
all of, none of that stuff is canon anymore.
Right.
Basically, as far as like the official Star Wars universe goes, the first thing that we know that happened was Episode 1, and some of the like the random stuff that they just mention in passing through there. But like they could redo all of that stuff.
I mean, they haven't really expanded on any of the stuff in the prequels or really all of the.
We don't need to.
Most of the comics are around a New Hope era or that type of era Star
Yeah.
Wars, so that doesn't even really get into Obi-Wan Anakin Star Wars.
Which
Or-
the first issue of the Obi-Wan Anakin came out
Oh, there you go.
either this week or last week.
Yeah, but there's like 6 seasons of that though.
Yeah,
No,
you're right. Clone
did-
Wars.
Clone Wars is
But the
Anakin.
Obi-Wan Anakin stuff, the comic is taking place between Episode 1 and
1
2.
where they're
Where Clone Wars was
Okay.
between
Yes.
2 and 3.
Okay.
I wanted to, in this shot, I wanted to establish that they had friendship and went on adventures. We see them going up the elevator together, and in this, I just wanted to make sure that you guys understood that they had. Shut up, George Lucas.
Well, I mean, they can't. You don't. I don't really see them going forward because they have to tell those stories in the movies. You
Yeah.
know, so the only place that the expanded universe can go is parallel to whatever's happening, whatever's already been released. As far
there's
as
probably
the
going to be a
movies.
lot of in between stuff.
Yeah, and going backwards, which they haven't done anything.
And I think like the
That,
earliest
yeah.
landmark that we have in the Star Wars universe now is the island. Well, spoilers for
Ahch-Chu.
spoilers for episode 7 if you haven't already seen it. Avoid maybe the next 5 minutes.
We already did that, didn't we?
There's always spoilers on this show.
Yeah.
Well, but didn't we
keep-
do like a whole episode?
just keep
I feel
up,
like I got hit in the
motherfuckers.
head
Yeah,
with a hammer or
No,
something.
but that whole episode was labeled as a spoiler.
Oh, yeah.
Just y'all motherfuckers keep up.
Go see Star Wars.
Yeah, seriously.
You've had time, okay? It's been almost a month.
The earliest landmark that we have now in the Star Wars universe is the island that Luke was found on. That was
First Jedi
supposedly the first Jedi temple.
Yeah.
Which you know that it doesn't really look like a temple just from seeing the island, but whenever Rey's walking up the steps,
Oh, you
you
get all
see
the
like the little
steps
stone
and-
huts and
Yeah,
that kind of
sure,
stuff. So maybe, I mean, that's at least a starting point for something maybe that they can go off of.
They're going to show that shit in episode 8, man. They're going to be hanging out on that planet.
I mean, what do you think the time lapse is going to be between episode 7 and 8?
2 days.
Because between 1 and 2, I mean, it was like 2 or 3 years.
I think it was 3 years.
So are they going to, like, at the end of episode 7, with her finding Luke and handing him the lightsaber, is episode 8 going to pick up, like, right there?
Yes.
Or is there going to be, like, a span of, like, 2 years and Rey's going to be, like,
if it did
proficient?
if it did pick up immediately, it would be the only Star Wars movie to ever do that.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's what I was
every-
thinking.
Yeah, every other Star Wars movie has always picked up 2 to 3 years later. I think it's 3 or something.
It's
then-
between 2 and 3 for,
and
like,
then-
all of them.
And then between Sith is like 30 years or something. From Sith to A New Hope.
Oh, yeah. We're around 30,
It's
yeah.
like around 30
something.
years. So and then in between the when they're grouped in threes, I think it's like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
So you might have Rey coming out already being trained, like maybe having already gone through whatever sort of Jedi trials.
Kind of like the Luke between Empire and Jedi. Like at the
Yeah.
beginning of
It's
Jedi,
just
he's a badass now.
Yeah. Oh, and I talked to you about this before, but have you seen the like cut footage from Jedi where Luke is like finishing up his lightsaber?
I still haven't seen that.
in a cave on Is it Tatooine that Jabba's on?
Yeah.
Yep.
In a cave on Tatooine. This is right before R2 and C-3PO are like walking toward Jabba's palace to go in at the beginning of Jedi or whatever.
Oh.
But Luke's basically just sitting in a cave with his hood on, and you can see him like working on his fucking lights. I thought it was really neat.
That's like where he drops it into R2.
Yeah,
and then
where he
sends
drops it into
R2
R2
and 3PO off.
Exactly, yeah.
God, that'd have been so cool for it
I know.
the movie.
Never made it in
Yeah,
there.
but that moment when the lightsaber pops out R2-D2, though,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you wouldn't have had that
Yeah.
moment if you already knew it was in
right.
there.
You're right.
Because you didn't know that shit, and then it happened. You're like, ah!
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the music hits. Dude, Jedi's awesome. Fucking love Jedi. It gets better to me the more times I watch it.
So yeah, I think that kind of bringing it back to the whatever they're going to do with the expanded universe, I think they could have something based off of the first Jedi Temple, or even people like figuring out how to use the Force for the first time, like figuring out what the hell it even is.
They can rework the entire mythos behind it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they can basically start from scratch.
They've never gone so far back to where like how everything got started.
Yeah.
The furthest I've read is Old Republic, and even by that time,
And
it was
that's- I
thousands
just-
of years old.
I got one of the legacy collections for the graphic novels that Marvel's been re-releasing since they got the license from Dark Horse.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the collection of the Old Republic comic books. And it's like
Oh,
1 through
nice.
18 or something, or 1 through 12 or something.
Yeah,
And I started reading those, and it's like a brand new Star Wars stuff.
yeah.
And we
it's-
can do it like completely over again, so we're going to have like a double the amount of Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it could go a lot of different ways.
I think if they go that one route with Snoke, they could possibly do a whole lot of.
What are you talking about, Plagueis?
Yeah.
I read in a few articles that like somebody confirmed that he's not supposed to be Darth Plagueis.
I think it was a interview with Andy
Andy
Serkis.
Serkis,
Yeah, he
yeah.
said like Snoke is just Snoke, which
Yeah.
I mean it could
Yeah.
be a red herring, but
I don't know.
Khan's not in
There's
the
also
darkness.
the theory. I think you were talking about it last night, where you read the article where he might be Vader. You
No,
know,
I
the
saw
same-
a,
the same scars.
Yeah,
it
I
was a
saw that.
side by side. I just thought it was funny.
I think it's funny
Kind of
because
neat how the scars
Oh,
line up pretty much
here.
exactly the same.
Yeah.
They are very, very similar and in very similar spots.
Yeah.
I just think it's like, no, it's not Vader.
No,
Vader's
it's not.
dead.
It's not
And it's
Vader.
not the Emperor.
And-
My mom thinks it's the Emperor, and I
and-
had to explain it's not the Emperor.
It could be. I think I mentioned this last night, but it could be the just the way the dark side of the Force takes a toll on you.
Yeah.
And you just kind of acquire random exorcist scars. And spit green pea soup.
Power of Sith compels you.
Yeah. I'm excited for whatever happens.
I'm almost as
yeah.
excited for like the new expanded universe stuff than I am for the actual movies.
I'm just glad that we're like here for
I just can't hide.
You almost did it. I know you did.
I was really close and I said nope. Pull it back, Jeff.
I'll take it there. I'll take it.
I'll take you there.
I'm really excited that we're
It's a
at the
musical episode.
ground floor of
They
all
all are.
this. You know, we're at the beginning
Yeah.
of all of the expanded universe.
So they need to spend some time and put a bunch of lore into the mouse droid.
Says no
I'll-
one ever.
I want to see a mouse droid and Gonk droid team up.
That's what I was about to say. I want to see a Gonk droid
Gonk.
documentary style
Gonk.
about the guy that
Gonk.
made the Gonk droid. $600 billion, throw it at him. Let's do it.
It's really ironic since like all the old expanded universe stuff is non-canon now. Is like now is when I've actually been going back and like trying to like
I know it
cherry
is
pick
really
stuff
good.
that I'm interested in.
I've only read like part of some of that Old Republic book and played maybe half of Knights of the Old Republic, and that Old Republic stuff is really interesting because like you said, it's brand new Star Wars, but it's also Star Wars that is like a completely different universe because the political side of it's completely different. The Sith are like, it's not just two guys. I mean, it's a whole fucking government of people. You
No.
know, it's, and it's really really neat. I really dig it, and I'd be more interested to see like some people doing some shit in the Outer Rim because man, that's where the crazy shit be happening. No
Yeah.
one know what the fuck's going on out there,
Yeah.
man. You can tell Star Trek stories out there, The fucking you don't know what the fuck's going on. You got cloud fucking entities.
They're in the same universe.
Yes, you just blew my mind.
They did do a Green Lantern and Star Trek crossover comic book, which is actually really good.
I need to get that.
I got the first issue.
I got the first two
stopped
issues
doing
of the
Legends.
Star Trek Planet of the Apes crossover.
Oh yeah, I forgot
That
about
shit's
that.
really good.
Oh man,
It's the
I
OG
need to
crew.
read that.
Yeah, and Charlton Heston's in it.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to bring that next time.
They beam to Earth like right after he sees the Statue of Liberty.
Really?
Yeah. They get stuck into like a time vortex and it goes into his reality. It's
That's
awesome,
so
dude.
awesome, dude.
I only got the first couple issues though.
I think we can probably get a lot of those trades at work.
Oh, I'm getting those at work tomorrow.
Because I've looked at some of them, like the boom trades and stuff that we won't get unless somebody actually orders it. We can still order them.
I love the character he plays, Charlton Heston.
Yeah.
Taylor.
Taylor.
He don't give a fuck, dude.
You know what this spaceship needs? More cigars.
I'm feeling like a Cuban. I'm feeling. Yeah, you know what I'm. Yeah. I'm just gonna stop.
Cigar.
No,
Cuban.
please do it.
Tea. Earl Grey. Hot.
Tea.
Cuban.
Oh, great. Hot.
You guys know
Cigar.
what I'm
Cuban.
talking about.
Lit.
Star Trek.
Planet of the Apes. Go back. Last episode.
Yep.
Episode before that. It's good stuff. Anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just super psyched for all the new EU stuff and kind of going back and
You know
getting
there's
caught
gonna
up on
be
some of
plenty
the
of
old
it, man.
EU stuff. Oh yeah,
They're
I'm
going to put the
super
Mickey Mouse
excited for
ears
it.
on as many things as they can. They're going to put all kinds of
They're
shit
going to
out.
pump that Disney money behind it.
Yep.
I'm just really excited about the new EU stuff.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't get just oversaturated though,
Mm.
and they're just putting it out just to put it out.
It's
Yeah.
going to teeter on that fence.
I think it really will. They're going to have to like really bring in the reins on it sometimes because they could let it get out of control and start giving us BB-8 branded oranges.
I mean,
Oh, they already did.
I
Do
mean,
what?
There were bags of. It was one of those memes where it's like Disney, now you've gone too far,
Oh,
and it was a bag of oranges in a grocery store, branded, marketed as Star Wars oranges, with a little picture of BB-8 on the label up top.
That's awesome.
I never understood why the blood oranges didn't ever get with Star Trek. I always felt like that was a Klingon thing
Yeah.
to eat a blood orange.
Why is there not blood wine in the fucking wine aisle?
I'd buy wine.
I would-
if it was blood wine.
Yeah, I don't
Get some
even
of that.
particularly like wine, but I would keep a bottle of that in my pantry every damn day.
Put it right next to your Romulan ale.
Yeah. Why is this not a thing?
I don't know.
All you gotta do is
But-
just slap a Star Trek label on it, and people will buy the shit out of it.
I think we missed our calling, guys. We should learn how to make wine.
We should actually do that.
Blood wine. So back to the expanded universe. That's something that the EU didn't have to worry about before. Star Wars has always been huge, but at the time you had most of the expanded universe stuff happening, you didn't have
All those movies were already done.
exactly. So
Yeah, that was all that was going on.
people
Yeah.
were just putting out stories because it was like, oh, this is a good Star Wars story, or
It was the 10 and 12-year-olds that
This
saw
is-
the movies that now they're 30 and they're writers, and all
Yeah.
of the movies have already come out, and they write stories about it, and you don't have to worry about really screwing with like the official movie stuff.
even the same thing that goes with all the novels and stuff written after or in between the old trilogy. Like you had all those Timothy Zahn novels
Yeah.
and all of that.
I've been trying to start read.
You and me both.
Jab, jab, pom pom hobnob goober goblin. I ordered Shadows of the Empire from work a couple weeks ago, and I still haven't started it. But it was like it was basically a Star Wars movie launch back in the 90s that didn't have a movie. Because they had the book, they had a soundtrack, they had an audiobook, they had a tie-in comic, they had toys.
Yeah, because that game was the shit.
It
That game was
was.
awesome, dude.
It's aged badly, but it's still fun as hell.
What I want to know is, can you get that ship and fly around in Disney Infinity? Because I've seen it in the background.
The Outrider?
Can you buy the Outrider and fly around in it?
I'd be surprised if you can't buy it somewhere.
Oh my god!
Because
I'll have to find it.
there's a little mission that you do in the out. Hey, buddy. The Outrider lands like
Yeah,
in
no,
that
no,
spot
that's awesome.
at Masconada's place.
It is, dude. It's in the Force Awakens playset of Disney Infinity. Or like a quest. It just lands in the background. I'm like, hey,
I know that ship.
what's up, Dash Rendar?
No, the Outriders actually. I mean, the ship being in the Star Wars universe proper is canon because it was in.
What is it? Sith?
I think so.
Was it Sith?
I know No, I think the Falcon is the one that flies into the Jedi Temple in Sith, but the Outrider is in like the background in one of them.
Huh.
So I mean, the ship existing is in canon, but like Dash Rendar and all that stuff.
Which is bullshit. Give me Dash Rendar.
Well, they already have a Han Solo. No, well, you don't anymore. Spoilers.
Zing!
All right, Star Wars. is
You had your
exciting.
time.
No.
You had time to go see it. I
We said
apologize
spoilers.
for nothing. Yeah, after I spoiled it.
Star Wars is exciting stuff. It's just so awesome that we are right here in the prime, like right where it starts, right where it's taken off. You know,
And it's good.
we're in a good spot. Like we're not so young that we're gonna like go through adolescence and be like, oh fuck Star Wars because I want to get pussy. You know,
No. We're the age
in
where
it-
we're like, I don't really care what you think. I'm 30. I can do whatever the hell I want to.
we're in it to win it now.
Yeah.
You know what
In
I
it
mean?
to win
it. So like we're
It's exciting.
we're balls deep, you know, and it's just taken off. So I'm pretty stoked for it.
It's a whole new world.
It's a whole new world.
Thank you. I was waiting.
Dare close your eyes.
Speaking,
It's the musical episode, if you haven't noticed that. That's what I'm going to label this episode whenever it finally goes up on YouTube at some point.
speaking of stuff taking off, we were also
Spaceship?
on the precipice of all the Marvel stuff and apparently all the DC stuff.
We're
Steven?
not drunk, we swear
Steven?
to God. We're actually not. We just can't talk.
If something's going around, I don't know.
No, it's
man.
the time. It's
Yeah,
like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we usually do this at like 11 or 12.
We're all old men, so we're all supposed to be napping right now.
Yeah,
or just-
seriously.
or
It's
just-
4 o'clock. It's time for supper, cuz.
No, we should already have done this, and I should be drinking right now.
So yeah, we're also starting off with a lot of the DC stuff coming out.
Well, that whole DC thing's going to ride on that movie that comes out in March.
Which
Yeah.
Depending
What-
on how that movie goes, it's just right there. They're going to have to put it out there, and if it, God bless them if it works. But if it doesn't, I don't know what they're going to do.
well, whenever, for my mom's birthday, we went and saw Star Wars again in 3D. And whenever the trailers played, like, dude, there are a lot of really good movies coming out in the first part of this year.
Yeah.
I just saw those trailers again. I was like, man, it just got me excited for all those movies even more than I already was.
Zootopia.
They actually didn't play that
Coming out
one.
in March.
It looks
It actually
good.
looks pretty funny.
It's
Yeah,
going
it
to
does
be
look
awesome.
funny. Yeah. It
I
looks
like
really funny.
the Batman Superman stuff. Every time that I see more about that movie, I get more excited for it.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. I still am like on the fence about it a little bit. You
Well, I
know?
think one of the reasons that I'm kind of on the fence about it is because of just all the negativity that we're exposed to it, as far as like internet and Facebook and all that bullshit, where people just don't like it and are really vocal about it.
right.
Because I really liked Man of Steel.
Yeah,
I did think it
had
had its problems, but not to the degree where I should be like really apprehensive about this movie.
Yeah, I mean, I think people's problems with Man of Steel was like it wasn't the Superman movie that most people were expecting. You know.
No, and it really wasn't the one that was kind of marketed in a lot of the trailers, which I think a lot of the criticisms to that movie are legitimate.
Yeah.
But I still really liked it.
No, I thought it was good too.
Well, I read that they're not going to address any of those issues in the movie, so
Like all the destruction and
yeah, they're not going to. I think Henry.
But
Cavill
then I
said
thought that's like
something to-
what the whole Bruce Wayne not liking Superman thing like really hinged on, was Bruce Wayne and
That's
Wayne
what I
Towers and a lot of his employees and the families
Right.
of those people got killed, and that's why he's like, yeah, I'm not really a big fan of Superman.
Yeah, that's probably his motivation, but I think the whole. I don't know. I mean, it's just what I'm not Henry Cavill. I don't know what's in that movie. I just.
You know, I mean, I'd read that too, but then you're like, yeah, we're not going to really address that. But then I was thinking, like, isn't kind of the crux of the whole Batman versus Superman, like, that's the crux of why they don't really like each other to begin with. So they're like in the entire movie because
well, you got
hinged on addressing that issue.
a movie that how long did they say it was? Like 2 hours, a little over 2 hours, 2 hours and like 10 minutes or something like that. You got a movie that's 2 hours and 10 minutes, and you got to try to fit the introduction of Wonder Woman, basically the introduction of Batman to this whole universe.
Yep.
Which those two in and of themselves could fill the time, but then you also have to introduce the Flash at some point, and Aquaman,
And
And-
maybe Cyborg.
maybe Cyborg, and have a big bad, another big bad. Well, there's not even a big bad
Luthor.
in it. Well, Luthor, but then you also have to do Doomsday, which I guess is probably the whole Luthor storyline. Like I imagine, what is it? He basically
Probably does something
makes,
with Zod.
Yeah, yeah.
Make Doomsday out of Zod or something.
But you got a lot that's got to happen in that movie, and I just don't want it to feel like super rushed. You know, if they had just gone with Batman versus Superman and then Wonder Woman, I'd be fine with it. You know, because I feel like they could flesh out more.
And I
maybe they're waiting for single movies. Maybe they're waiting for that Wonder Woman movie to flesh her out.
Yeah,
and
I really think they're going to like
Batman.
fast track the introduction to Batman, because I'm hoping that they're assuming that people are familiar enough with Batman, they can just kind of say, Batman's in this movie. He's a thing. Here's Batman.
I wonder what they're gonna do with the Robin character.
I really hope that the Joker
It's the
is
Joker.
Jason Todd,
That's gonna be
and
so
that
great.
and that like the original Joker is dead. That Batman probably killed him,
Yeah.
and he basically brainwashed Jason Todd, or like traumatized him so much that Jason Todd is the new Joker, because Batman's
That'd
supposed to be
cool.
like 40 something.
Yeah.
And the Joker, I mean, think Jared Leto is actually close in age to Ben Affleck, but the way that they're portraying him in the movie is Joker looks a good bit younger
Yeah.
than Batman, because I think Batman's supposed to have been Batman for like 30 years in
Oh,
this
wow.
movie. I
He's
think he's
old
supposed to be
man.
in his 40s
Yeah.
at least. So I'm really hoping that Joker is his old Robin, be it Jason Todd or Tim Drake or Dick Grayson or
they're gonna do
whoever.
that. They gotta do Jason Todd.
For me, that's a pretty exciting storyline in that movie. More interesting than the Batman versus Superman storyline. Like, I kind of feel like I know what's going to happen. Like that story. Okay, they're fighting one another, and then they're going to have to
Then
team
they're
up.
gonna not.
Yeah, and then they have to team up. I mean, that always.
And then Wonder Woman comes in and looks fucking awesome as
Yeah.
shit.
It's
God,
like-
I'm so excited about that.
that story has been told, so maybe like the first part of this movie wraps that shit up real quick. You know,
I really think it is.
because I mean, when you think of like Justice League stories, or even like a Batman Superman introduction, even in like the Batman Superman comic book, it kind of went down like that.
No.
Even though it was like different dimensions and like, that I don't even remember who was writing it. Greg Pak maybe. That
Sure.
New
I think-
52.
Yeah. I think that was Greg Pak.
Basically they start off fighting and then they have to team up. Yeah, I get it. I've seen that story. So like wrap it up quick and then let's figure out how we become the Justice League.
No.
I want that movie.
Wrap that gavel up, B.
Yo, wrap it up, B. Wrap it up.
Do you think this is ever going to tie into the movie, the CW universe? I mean, the movie is going to tie into the CW universe.
I don't think
No.
so.
I
I think it's
so
unfortunate, but
either.
I don't think it is.
Yeah.
But I think that if they thought about it for a little while and try to do it smartly and at least open the door to it, then they could. But I don't think they will.
Yeah, that would be cool. I feel like it would be real easy for them to do that, but I don't know. I just don't want to get it too involved.
I really don't think that the suits and the powers that be in those production companies give the audiences enough credit to understand what's going on and differentiate the two things and keep everything separate, which to me doesn't really make any sense because, I mean,
the writers for the shows
The
have a
audiences
lot of
aren't
faith in
stupid.
the fans as far as
Oh,
being
the
able to
CW?
follow shit and understand
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
It's like, you're going to get it.
but then a lot of
You're not
those
gonna get it.
a lot of
We're gonna
those
give it to you,
guys aren't the same ones that are like the high up
Oh, no, not at all.
executives in Warner Brothers that like really have the final say so in how a lot of these movies are marketed and what demographic they're going towards and the final direction that they take, which
How
is
much,
unfortunate because they don't know shit.
Mm-hmm.
How much slow-mo do you think we're going to get in this one?
Probably not enough.
Because, Zack Snyder,
Zack Snyder loves him
he's
some
a
slow
fan
motion.
of slow-mo.
Slow motion for me. Slow motion for
I just
me.
watched Watchmen
Yeah.
again recently.
That movie's fucking awesome, dude.
Dude, it is so fucking good.
it's
man.
real good.
It does make me want to read the comic book again, but man, that movie was good. But yeah, there was a lot of that whole prison fight scene. Yeah, they're all slow motion.
That movie about the owls, that whole movie slow motion.
Oh,
Which one?
Owls of the Hole.
Guardians of Gahul.
Gahul.
It's actually a pretty good movie.
That was Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You know, because there's a lot. There's shit, it's all slow motion.
What do you guys think about the shows coming back and the shows premiering? Legends of Tomorrow and
I'm excited for that.
yeah, me too.
I still need to catch up on the first half of the latest seasons of Flash and Arrow.
They're
Yep.
cool.
I just
From
have
the
to
full
watch
seasons
the
that have been
last-
released, I've caught up on all those, but all the new stuff I haven't watched yet.
Arrow ends with a big cliffhanger. You haven't seen it yet, Alan.
Mm-mm.
Right? All right.
Those are the only ones I hadn't seen. Were the last episodes for both of those.
Big cliffhanger that could possibly tie in
To the flash forward.
to that.
Yeah.
To the
But-
newspaper?
To the first episode, the big
He's standing over somebody's grave at the beginning of the season.
Oh, in Arrow.
Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking Flash.
big thing that could possibly tie into that.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think what happened in Flash.
If I hadn't seen it, but if I had to guess, they probably already destroyed that relationship with that detective chick.
I think it's getting. I'm gonna have to rewatch it again. It's been a couple weeks.
And they
It's been
probably
a little while.
they
actually,
probably
since I watched
teased Killer Frost, I would imagine. Because I
I'm
thought,
really
I
Oh
thought
looking
she
no!
was
forward
on.
to
All of that, all of that is going to happen. I think in an Earth 2. It was an article. I think we. Covered
Oh, I was
it.
right about it.
Mhm.
I think we covered it on some news a couple weeks ago. But like,
hold it.
well, I'm not sure though. But Caitlin Snow. It had a picture of her on set as Killer Frost, and it was like a. Every Iris was like coming on to Barry real hard. It was the trailer actually for the new season of Flash. Did you guys watch it?
That's the only watch.
Because I hadn't seen it. I didn't want to watch it.
It shows her. It shows Killer Frost. It shows Iris like coming on to Barry super hard.
What do you mean?
Like Iris, like I want to fuck you.
Oh.
type of shit.
Oh.
yeah. And
But you
then-
give it a D. And then he has his notebook of all the times that she was a super bitch. He's like, you know what? Been taking tallies. This isn't happening.
and Reverse Flash is in the promo.
Oh.
Reverse Flash. Eobard Thawne is in.
But it's like, it's actually actual Eobard Thawne, the blonde guy who was not.
Yeah, like he's not dead in wherever they're at.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I love that show.
Such a good show, man.
Yeah.
So good.
I mean,
Yeah,
it
looks
just
really
hits
cool.
all the fucking right notes.
It does look really, really awesome, and so I'm really excited about it. Legends of Tomorrow is just like chock full of fucking characters, dude. There's so many people in that. I'm excited for that. I mean, I don't think those people can do any wrong right now.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the showrunners have and the writers have like such a grasp on what they're trying to do. I mean, they're just knocking it out of
they
the
could
park
just
on
keep
everything.
giving me non A-list characters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Go into the magic side of DC. You know, I feel like that would be like the next thing. The
I
next
want
step.
Zatanna.
Yeah, I
I
mean
want
they've
Zatanna.
already brought in Constantine. Now do like a Justice League Dark. you
That's
know?
what I was saying, man.
And just do the
Swamp
whole
Thing up in that shit.
Oh my god, dude! If they did a Swamp Thing,
Seriously.
even if they did something, oh my god, it would be the best.
Yeah.
It would be awesome.
would totally be rad. So that's happening. Daredevil's happening.
Daredevil's happening.
Man, I'm so excited about Daredevil coming back.
It's gonna be awesome.
X-Files, I think, is the end of this month.
Oh, there was like 6 new episodes or
Yeah,
something.
it's gonna be on TV, so that's pretty cool.
Netflix,
Oh,
right?
that's cool.
It's on, no, it's on Fox.
Oh, I thought it was on Netflix.
It's like a 6-episode event on
Mhm.
Fox.
It's a little miniseries.
Okay.
Is that Hero show still going on?
Yeah, I haven't been watching it though.
This show was good though, right?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not too bad.
And then what? Agent Carter's coming back
Agent Carter.
pretty
Yeah.
That
soon,
show
right?
is awesome.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch that? All
No.
of
I
that?
still haven't seen it.
It was awesome. That show was really, really good.
I think I saw like 2 or 3 of the episodes.
I know we mentioned it earlier, but I'm really pumped for Preacher. I'm really
Yes.
excited about that, man.
But I don't have AMC.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
gotta
bummer.
figure out how to go watch. I still haven't watched any of Fear the Walking Dead. I haven't watched any
either.
of them. I gotta figure out how to watch those.
I'm like 4 seasons behind on that show, so it's just gonna go over there. I have other television priorities right now.
So you guys gonna do? I know. I did a bunch of Star Wars stuff leading up to The Force Awakens.
Mm-hmm.
Watched all the movies, all of Clone Wars, played KOTOR, got as much into Star Wars as I could before the movie. Are you guys gonna plan on doing any prep for Batman vs Superman?
Right now, watching Star Trek: The Next Generation. So yes.
Honestly, well, to answer your question, Star Trek.
Yes, that's all. Hey man, we did a Star Wars for like a half a year.
Yeah, it was a
And
long
we really
time.
did.
You
We
know
did
what?
A shitload of Star Wars.
I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of ready for some, well, not as much wars, but a little more trekking.
I had to back out. I mean, I went after that second time. I fell in a hole there for a little while where all I wanted to do was look up fan theories and like different things to try to figure out what was gonna. I had to just like, no,
You
Jeff,
just gotta walk away, man.
watch something else.
Oh,
And
no.
Thank God I got the Planet of the Apes movie.
I just go down the Wikipedia hole.
Yeah.
Seriously, I could get stuck on Wikipedia for days. Hell, I'm still in the hole. I've been reading the comic books and all kind of shit. I'm still in the Star Wars hole.
I'm going to. I'm
Gotta pay
going.
the troll toll before we get in this Star Wars hole.
Gotta pay the troll though.
Which I've been watching a lot of Always Sunny. I've been going through the whole thing leading back up to the new season that they put on Netflix.
I'm trying to. My plan is to fully finish Next Generation because I haven't seen all of it ever.
Yeah.
I got 2 seasons left, and then watch the movies, and then watch what were you were saying is the next one, Deep Space Nine.
Mm-hmm.
Deep Space Nine.
I haven't seen.
Hey,
I've never
man,
seen Deep Space Nine
you
or
have
Voyager.
to.
So.
You have to do some. Okay, you have to do some trekking, so to speak, through Deep Space Nine. You know, some of that at the beginning.
It's a very different show.
One of my friends sort of summarized it as the soap operas of Star Trek. You know,
Yeah.
the soap opera of Star Trek, and it's very much like that, like the first 3 or 4 seasons. But then wait until they get into the war with the Dominion, and then it gets awesome.
Is which one is the who's the captain in that one?
Cisco.
Cisco.
Oh,
He doesn't
God,
start
that
off
guy's
as a captain.
insane. That's an insane man.
He's awesome. Oh, like literally
Him as a
him-
man,
the
he is-
actor.
he is a crazy.
He's fucking
person.
crazy.
Yeah.
The documentaries that
It
they
totally
have
is.
with Shatner where
The
he goes around and
captains.
talks to the
I
captains.
saw it. Yeah.
That man is insane. He's on another
He's crazy.
planet.
He's totally nuts.
I want to get him in a room with what's it?
Lots of acid. Because I think he's just like, I think he has like an IV.
He just pumps it right in.
just pumps it right in.
dude who wrote Watchmen.
Alan Moore.
Yeah, get those guys in a room together.
Oh.
And then watch
yeah.
the
They
room
probably
blow
summon
up.
Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Forget about it. Yeah. They wouldn't even be speaking languages. They wouldn't even be speaking. It would just be like
They're mind talking to each other.
telepathic.
Man's
Hold on.
crazy. He's a crazy man. I kind of want to see if Captain's still on there. That was a really good documentary.
It was.
It really is.
This is my plan right now. I'm full. I'm just trekking.
Well, I got I fell out of my Star Wars hole. Planet of the Apes pulled me out. Big ape hand reached in and grabbed me. And I watched all of those, and I still need to finish the new ones.
Did you get the one with Mark Wahlberg? Is that on there?
No, I hadn't made it to. No, I'm just gonna watch the other two. I might skip over it. I'll probably watch it, but I'm not in a rush to. I'm not in a rush to watch it. But the first Planet of the Apes got me into this like Charlton Heston thing, so I watched Ben-Hur and the Ten Commandments, and those movies are fucking awesome.
I've got Soylent Green if you want to borrow it.
Yes, I do. Yeah, no,
Is it made of people?
It is.
Okay.
It's
Green is
great.
people.
It's great stuff. But my plan after that is to watch all those DC movies.
What do you mean?
Specifically, the Justice League animated.
Oh, the animated ones. Okay.
Honestly, just going into Batman Superman, I'll probably watch Man of Steel
yeah.
the day before it comes out. And
Well, I feel like it's been so long since I've read a Justice League book or really like watched. I suppose I could watch the animated series.
What's cool about that is all the stuff that they pull from that
Mhm.
and put it into the Flash and Arrow TV shows.
one thing I do want to go back and read is Identity Crisis.
Yeah, that book's good. Real good. Book's real good.
That's the one I've had on my shelf for like a year that I haven't read.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll probably read that.
Book's
I should
awesome.
probably read that.
I feel like I just want to get a feel for Justice League and how the characters sort of interact through a few different filters. I guess a few different writers before I go in. Not that I really need to. I don't feel the need to do this like I did with Star Wars.
You don't feel the need for speed?
I don't feel the need for speed
Oh,
with the
man.
DC stuff. But man, with Star Wars, it was like I have to finish Clone Wars before I go in.
Yeah.
I have to do this before I go in to see Star Wars.
So
what
there's
if-
so much mythology leading up to that movie.
Yeah.
Well, with this one, I mean, as far as like canon stuff, there's one movie ahead of it.
And
you
I
still
do,
want to kind of read about like the characters and just get like a
And I-
refresher course.
yeah, and I do. I feel more familiar with this world than I did with Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I've read a lot more DC comic books and watched a lot more than I have of like the expanded universe
No.
Star Wars stuff. But it's still pretty neat. I'll just watch those movies just because it's an hour and a half. Real
And they're
easy.
all really good,
They are good.
That
especially
Wonder
the
Woman,
ones
man.
by with Bruce Timm as the EP. Cool.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. Like I said, specifically like the Justice League, like Crisis on Two Earths, and maybe the Batman Superman movies, Apocalypse and
Apocalypse is really good.
Public Enemies, I guess too.
Public Enemy, that actually be a really good one going into the Batman Superman stuff because it's Luthor is the main
Mhm.
villain in it.
Is that
President
the one where he's
Luthor.
president? Yeah, that's right.
It's a Luthor.
It's a Luthor.
It's a Luthor.
Oh, dude, the Suicide Squad movie coming out.
Suicide. Yeah, when does that come out?
It's in the fall. I think it's August or something like that.
Yeah, I think July or August or.
I'm still.
The coolest
or
thing for
August.
that for me is after watching both those trailers, and the minute you get done watching both those trailers, you go, "Yeah, they're connected. That's pretty badass."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see the Batmobile and Suicide Squad trailer, like cool. Or you see Batman, I think.
Until I watch Batman vs Superman, I think
I'm more excited for Suicide Squad. I
just
think.
gotta feel it out, man. I can't have like an opinion one way or the other. It's like I just gotta go into this thing completely, whatever, you know.
I'm just excited for him because it's like a new take on these characters that we've seen kind of the same stuff for a while.
Yeah, like I said earlier, the Batman thing really intrigues me. That whole what they're doing with him, I think it's neat.
So you saying we're some kind of Suicide Squad?
Man,
Thank you, Will Smith.
did you see the rumor where the first standalone Batman movie with Affleck might be kind of like co-starring Will Smith as Deadshot?
No,
Get that shit out of here.
Yeah, that's what I saw somewhere. It's nothing official by any means, but that was like one of the rumors that was going around. I was like, please no. Please no.
Mm-mm.
I'd rather not.
I'd rather them just have the Nazi tits lady.
Oh, yeah. From Dark Knight.
Yeah, just have him fight her the whole fucking.
That, and I want to see Ben Affleck dressed up in the old lady disguise in the convenience store, beating the shit out of Nazi tits.
Right.
On the YouTube stuff, I'll throw up that panel from the comic just so that this doesn't sound absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
What part of this show sounds absolutely ridiculous?
None of it.
You guys are silly.
All right. That's all I got. We talked about some DC movies. We talked about some Star Wars. It's about par for the course, right?
That and then Civil War's coming down the pipe, so
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do.
Wait, so
That's
Civil War.
what. To your point on that, I'm gonna slowly do that as far as watch all the movies in that universe leading up to
Civil
that.
I think 'cause I
Before
think
Civil War, the
that's
only
what I
one
wanna
that I
do.
don't have is the second Thor, but you have that one,
Mhm.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, you can borrow it.
I watched.
Start out with Hulk.
That's not the first one.
Incredible Hulk is.
I did it. I'm doing it chronologically as far as the timeline.
Oh, okay, okay.
I started with
Oh, yeah,
Captain
yeah.
America.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I did that
Yeah.
last time I watched them chronological. I'm gonna figure out another way to watch them. There's a really tedious way to watch it.
Oh, where you break them up into individual scenes.
Yeah, and it goes
Fuck that.
completely chronological by scene,
Oh,
and that even involves Agents of Shield
Oh,
episodes.
yeah. I saw the article.
no
that I
way,
was-
Josie. No way, Josie.
The
That
article-
is way too much work.
Yeah, the article that I was reading when I decided to do this had where you watched like a movie, and then after Captain America, you're supposed to watch Agent Carter.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then,
yeah.
And then you watch, I think Iron Man.
Did you watch the shorts too? That come on some of the movies, like
Yeah, they had it all in
like
there,
the,
and it's like
the Coulson short.
it's
where
like
he's
once
in
you
the-
get to here, it's like watch episodes 1 through 12 or
That's what I
whatever of
did,
Shield,
yeah.
and then like go do this. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna do all that. I'm definitely gonna
Nope.
watch the movies in chronological order.
that I did that, and I did that with at least the shorts. Like there's one short where Coulson completely fucking schools this dude robbing a convenience store, and that's the whole short. Like this dude tried to rob a convenience store, and Coulson completely fucking like does some cool badass shit that you don't see him do.
The Coulson is cool.
Yeah, and I think this is on the way to when Mjolnir dropped in Thor. Like he's on the way to the hammer or whatever. I think I'm just gonna watch them the way they came out. Like I guess Hulk would have
been the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just watch them like that because I already watched them the other way. Apparently, there's another way to watch the Star Wars movies that you
It's
should
the
watch.
Hatchet.
Is that where it completely
No,
leaves out?
Hatchet. No, Machete Order.
Machete Order, yeah, where it completely leaves out.
Leaves out episode
Episode
1.
one.
Starts with I think it goes episode 4, 5, 2, 3, then 6.
Yeah,
I think.
Why would you do it that way?
Because it leaves the reveal of
Luke.
Luke being Vader's son until after the actual reveal in episode 2 in Empire. Because if you watch episode 2 and 3 first, you already know that Luke is Vader's father and that Vader is Anakin. If you watch New Hope, then Empire, you get that reveal
Right.
first, and then you go back and watch the backstory of how Vader came out,
So you say
and then
you
you
watch
watch
4, 5, and then 2 and 3, and then 6.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
and it completely leaves out 1.
Completely leave out one. Yeah.
Why would
Because
you
it-
do that? There's no Watto.
Nope.
That ain't no universe I want to live in. So. Phantom Menace not a great movie, but there's some really cool parts. in
Yeah,
there.
there are.
And there's some really cool characters.
Honestly think there's enough good stuff in Phantom Menace to warrant watching it. Even though the bad
Liam-
parts are really bad, but the cool parts are really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Liam
Yes.
Neeson's in it,
yes,
And
And-
Darth Maul.
and Darth Maul. You know that's worth it right there.
and Watto.
And Watto.
And I
And
still
Watto's in
think
it.
the Darth Maul lightsaber fight on Naboo is still probably possibly my favorite lightsaber fight.
It's super badass. That's for sure. No doubt.
I think Jedi's still mine.
Oh, I was thinking whenever you were talking about the Marvel stuff and like the order to go into them and how somebody like broke them down like scene by scene, and we always talk about like how convoluted the Marvel, or not we, I do sometimes,
To myself.
how the Marvel universe, cinematic universe is getting kind of like weighty and like people are getting tired of it, and how they're starting to introduce new people and do kind of like a soft reboot kind of
Uh huh.
Yep.
with it, which it's a really good time because I mean the movies have already gotten so cumbersome, so that we're to go in actual chronological order. I mean they're like flow charts made out, and it breaks it up like scene by scene from multiple TV shows and about 10 movies to watch it in a chronological order, and to kind of do a little bit of a soft reboot and just like kind of start over with new characters and everything. I think it's a really good time to do that.
Yeah, I thought that. I think exactly the same thing. I think it'll be good. It's good that they're bringing in new characters right now. I think I guess after all of this has been leading up to Infinity War. You know, with them doing the Infinity Gems. I mean,
Who do you think's going to direct that?
I don't know.
Ain't gonna be Whedon.
Joss Whedon's out.
Yeah,
he's done with.
He's done with Marvel.
I liked Avengers too. Finally saw it.
I still haven't seen it.
I watched it the first time and I liked it, and then I watched it on the rewatch, and I did feel like some of the parts were some of the humor was a little forced, and still the Hawkeye family thing came off as a little weird.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. Like I wasn't like.
You said it didn't bother you as much.
Yeah,
didn't it?
I like Hawkeye stuff. Only because I like Hawkeye a lot, and he didn't get like any screen time in the first one.
No, yeah.
Where he was actually Hawkeye, and there was that. There's like there's a moment where he's gonna get brainwashed again in this movie.
Yeah.
But he stops it right before it happens. He's like, not again.
No,
So I thought that was a cool callback. He's like, nah, man, bitch, my character.
No, you did get more of a feel for who he is.
Yeah.
Who Hawkeye is.
I thought that was cool
in the movie.
It seems like in
And
all the
Ultron.
movies that he'd been before, then he was just a robot.
Yeah.
Ultron was badass too, though.
I mean, James Spader,
all-
man.
oh my
Yeah.
god, it was so cool.
I mean, James Spader brings like a gravitas to pretty much anything that he does.
Yeah. Yeah. James.
Even like the
Spader's awesome.
comedic roles, whenever he was in The Office and Boston Legal and that kind of stuff, he was funny as hell, but it was still like, yeah.
And I keep getting, when you watch the trailer for, when you watch the trailer for that movie, you get this feeling like this real ominous sort of, you know what I'm saying? And he is a very ominous villain, but he was still like part of who Tony Stark was. So
Yeah.
he had this like sort of bit of wit
Yeah,
behind everything he said too.
he had a good banter.
Yeah,
throughout
yeah.
the whole movie.
That
That was the thing I took away from most. I think from that movie was that character. I was
Was
like,
that Bruce banter?
yeah, it was.
See what I did there? You see what I did there?
The Hulk stuff
Like the
was cool
Hulk.
too, man.
His name's Bruce Banner. And he said banter.
Yeah, it's a big hat.
It's a big hat.
I'm excited for Thor because apparently it's like a buddy
A lot of
movie
Hulk.
with Hulk stuff.
Yeah.
Man. And the Hulk stuff I thought was really cool in Avengers.
Yeah.
Part
I thought
two.
that was neat too, man. The whole thing
him,
between
him and Black Widow. That was awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was really neat.
Which they got the romances all wrong because Black Widow is supposed to be with Bucky. Hawkeye is supposed to be with Mockingbird.
I think they're
Hashtag
waiting-
not my Marvel universe.
I think they're waiting until all of this, all everything else gets in there. I mean, now with Civil War, Bucky's going to be like a mainstay in the universe,
It's about damn time.
He's gonna
which
pick
is really awesome.
He's gonna
I really
pick the
want
shield
to.
up.
I really want to see him as
I
Captain
mean,
America.
He's gonna pick up the shield. It's gonna happen.
I mean that would mean that Steve would have to die in this
Yeah.
movie. You know,
Oh, he didn't have to die in this one, and they're gonna. Isn't there another one as well? Isn't there another Civil War? Or they're just doing one movie? Am I
oh
wrong?
no,
They're doing
there's
one.
just it's just,
No,
yeah.
it's just Cap
Okay.
3.
And either he dies in this movie,
Or he gets sidelined somehow.
somehow, yeah, and Bucky picks it up. But that would mean also that Tony makes the Captain America suit, like the one that
Yeah.
it's like shiny. You know, when you see
It's
Bucky
black and
is-
blue instead of like the blue and white and everything.
Yeah, it
Oh
looks
man,
awesome.
that's
It'll
honestly
be
the Bucky
awesome.
stuff is my favorite Captain America stuff.
it'll be awesome.
After Civil War wrapped up in the comics and Ed Brubaker and Steve Epting were
yeah.
doing it, dude. Man, that stuff's so good.
So I'm looking forward to all that. Have you guys seen the thing about the Falcon in the Marvel comic books? Like he's like part vampire, part human, part bird.
He's a daywalker.
No, that
Yeah.
sounds
He's a daywalker.
Granted, we're huge comic book nerds, and that sounds stupid.
Yeah, he's
That sounds
apparently-
really stupid.
And I don't even know what's happened with Steve Rogers in the books. I mean,
I think he's still
still old man.
and yeah.
Fuck
Which
that.
they need to
I
wrap that
stopped-
shit up.
I stopped reading Captain America when that happened. When he got the super soldier serum sucked out of it.
It's really weird. I stopped reading Captain America whenever Bucky stopped being Captain America and Steve came back.
Fuck that.
Fuck that noise.
Yeah, I'm excited for what Marvel's doing too. I'm mostly excited for what's happening in Hell's Kitchen. I think that's awesome.
Yep.
Mm.
I'm really looking forward to seeing the new Daredevil series.
Kingpin back?
And he's just Daredevil the whole time.
They gonna have Kingpin in that shit?
I don't know.
I think they will eventually. I think they'll bring it back.
I think he'll probably pop up in maybe like the last 1 or 2 episodes.
Hmm. Hmm.
Or at least I hope he will, so that they set up the Born Again
Yeah, they need to do
thing
that.
for
That's
season
big.
3.
I'm very excited.
Very excited.
Very excited.
Very excited.
You get
And maybe
that,
he'll
and,
have the yellow suit for season 3.
They get the
That would be awesome as shit.
what's his face? Sweet Christmas.
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage show.
Yeah.
At some point. That's
Yeah.
coming to you. That'll be good.
I'm really excited for that, just from watching Jessica Jones.
I'm glad I got to watch Avengers though, because I know like a month or so back I had that whole tirade on. I just really didn't really give a shit anymore.
Oh yeah, right.
Then I finally got to sit down and watch it. Thanks to Bert here. And,
You're welcome. Merry Christmas.
I was like, hey, I kind of started remembering why I like that stuff so much.
It's a definite feel
Mhm.
those movies have.
No, man, Doctor Strange, dude.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty
That's
excited.
the one
for
where
that.
I'm
Dude,
like,
Cumberbatch.
bam,
yeah,
it's
buddy.
gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for that too.
The dialogue has to be just completely ridiculous. He has to say all that crap that Doctor Strange said. I am Agamotto.
It's gonna be awesome. Yeah.
Dormammu.
I hope Fing Fang Foom's in there. Just
Oh,
just
that would
go-
be fucking
just
awesome.
Go crazy with it, dude. So yeah, I'm kind of excited again.
It's gonna be a good year.
Very cool.
It is, man.
It's gonna be a really good year for movies and comics and Star Wars and
Hey, Ghostbusters.
basically for everything that we talk about on the show.
Ghostbusters this summer.
Oh God, I keep forgetting to talk about
Yep.
that, and it's stupid.
What's stupid?
Me forgetting to talk about
okay, I was like, well, Ghostbusters sounds pretty
No,
cool.
I
We
am-
don't even have a trailer yet,
I am
dude. And it's like in
thoroughly
6 months,
excited for it.
Right? And this summer, there's no trailer yet. When
Yeah.
is that happening? Are we getting a trailer?
Oh man, I better. To
I
be in
really
front
want
of-
one.
I better to be in front of one of these big Batman vs Superman or something like that.
it. God, I hope so.
I better to be in front of something like this.
I'm really
I mean,
excited
this
for
is
it.
same people. You know.
I think the movie in itself is completely superfluous. We don't need it, but I'm still really excited for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
going
think
to be
it'll
interesting. I'll say that.
I think it'll be good. Good people in it, good people behind it.
Yeah,
It's a good franchise. I'm excited for it.
I mean, all we have to go on is casting and a couple set photos. We have really no idea.
They have the tools and they have the talent.
Yeah, they do. That is correct, sir. Yes. So yeah,
All right, lots of good
let's
stuff.
wrap this gavel up, B.
Yeah, wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Thank you guys for listening to the second episode of 2016. Remember to check us out on Facebook, subscribe to us, like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and subscribe to our podcast. If you're listening to this on the website or someplace else, check us out on iTunes and click that little subscribe button, and you'll get us whenever we put up a new episode. It'll bloop, pop right up automatically. You don't even have to look for it.
Because it's the future.
It's the future! 2016! And the website, www.thegeekiest.com, is where everything is archived. You can watch the videos, listen to the podcast and everything. Our email, if you want to drop us a line, is thegeekiest@gmail.com. And, as always, I'm Bert.
I'm Alan, bitches.
I'm Jeff.
I'm back, baby.
We were back in full force for 2016. Go Tigers. We are the Geekiest. We'll see you guys next week.
Holla.
Oh, call me. Come on, man. Just a taste.
No, dude.